Okay, I'll give you the word picture. I want you to treat me as a pupil at the partly trained stage. I've had some lessons with another instructor who can't make it today.
Yeah.
But I am familiar with the controls of the car, as he has got a similar car to you, yeah? He said today we were going to look at pedestrian crossings and my use of signals.
Okay.
Let's use signals by indicator and by arm only, please. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Right.
Is he okay, the word picture?
Yeah, I've got to do arm signals as well. I can't remember.
Hang on, just see if you can answer the question then.
Yeah.
So what level am I?
Partly trained.
My subject?
Pedestrian crossings, use of signal with indicator and arm. Partly trained.
Yeah.
Six. Right, hi Tony, I'm Maxine.
I like it.
Your instructor can't make it today.
Right.
So he's asked me to cover your lesson. He's got the same car as me, so you know all the controls, etc. He's asked me to take you on a lesson today through signals, pedestrian crossings, signal being use of indicators and of your arm.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. I can have got his arm signals in there, yeah.
Okay. Right. Pedestrian crossings first. How do you identify a pedestrian crossing?
I use them as a pedestrian. I just tend to come across them when I'm walking down the road.
Okay, we've got two types of pedestrian crossings, controlled and uncontrolled. Uncontrolled being zebra crossing. Controlled being a pelican crossing or puffin crossing where you press the button.
Fred normally shows me some pictures.
Yeah. Here we've got a zebra crossing.
Oh.
We find zigzag lines before the pedestrian crossing, which means we can't stop or park on the zigzag lines.
I can stop.
You can't stop on the zigzag lines to drop someone off or run to a shop. This pedestrian crossing is where a pedestrian comes up and you make eye contact and watch body language, and then they cross the road. You need to stop for them if there's pedestrians there. In traffic, you shouldn't stop on a zebra crossing. You can identify these by the stripy poles with the lights on top that flash. Some pedestrian crossings are one, like this, just a whole crossing. Some have got an island in the middle. The ones with the island in the middle are counted as two crossings. So if you've got somebody here and we're driving along here, we know that they can safely cross to the central one as we're passing.
All right.
Okay, so we don't need to stop if they're this side. People do tend to cross in a lot of different paces. We need to keep an eye on pedestrians for their body language. They don't always use crossings, and we'll often come across a pedestrian crossing, a puffin or a pelican. Sometimes kids can just run out because they know it's a crossing, but they don't wait for the correct lights. But we're just talking about this one for a minute. If we see somebody, when we come up to a pelican crossing, we need to scan, check our mirror if we need to stop. No, check our mirror first. This interior mirror for the cars behind, the distance and the speed of the car behind. Then we need to scan the zebra crossing, see if there's anyone waiting there. If there is, we need to slow down to stop, to let them pass. Whenever we pass, no, not whenever we pass, we should ease off the gas every time we pass one. You can't do any overtaking on zigzag lines and no stopping. What's that about now? I can't ask you. Right, signals. No, I'm not doing signals, I'm doing pelican crossings. Pelican and puffin crossings look the same. A puffin has got a camera on the top, it's user friendly, so you won't get a flashing amber light, it will just be amber. If it's amber and it's ready, and it's clear, you're sure there's no pedestrians, you can make on your way. First thing we do when we come up to a pedestrian crossing is check our interior mirror again for the distance and speed of the cars behind, to assess whether we need to slow down earlier if they're too close, if we're coming up to a pedestrian crossing. Sometimes they can be staggered and use 2 sets of lights. Sometimes they can be a double crossing, but use 1 set of lights with an island in the middle, but it's the same set of lights. Is that right?
Oh, is it the same crossing? Is that 1 crossing or 2 crossings?
That's 1. There's 1 set of lights.
And that's 1 crossing as well?
That's 2.
Alright.
You familiar with these from your theory test?
Yeah.
Puffin, the toucan and the Pegasus?
Yeah, I read all of it.
Okay. Any questions on pedestrian crossings?
Yeah, you said I can't stop on the crossing.
Yeah. If you're in traffic, you should always leave that clear. Because if someone decides they want to cross that road and you're in the middle, and the traffic starts moving and you start moving, you'll be in a moving car near a pedestrian. So you should always hold back. Okay, so just don't ever, if the traffic stops, make sure you just keep clear of that crossing.
I think my wife got 3 points on her licence for doing that.
Oh, yeah. You would get 3 points. Right, with signals, we need to, sometimes if we come up to a car, we need to assess whether we need to do a signal. We don't usually have to do a signal for passing parked cars.
Yeah. Sometimes
we may need to, if we've just come around a bend, or for whatever reason this car is not obvious to people behind us. If we were to use a signal, it would alert the people behind us that there is an obstruction that they need to be keeping clear of. We don't want to do it too close to a junction though, because this could confuse us. If we started signalling here for this car, people could assume that we were turning into this road.
Oh.
So we need to assess the situation and see when it's appropriate to signal. We don't want to signal too early and confuse people. With regards arm signals, did you learn these in your theory?
Had a quick look at them.
Okay, so to turn right, what you need to do is sit at a usual driving position for me, Tony, with your hands on the steering wheel. To turn right, what you would need to do is keep your left hand on the steering wheel, undo the window with your right hand.
Alright.
All the way down.
Oh, all the way down.
And check your right mirror, keeping your hands on the steering wheel, and then check there's nothing coming up beside you, any traffic or anyone close to your vehicle. And then you would put your arm out all the way straight. Sorry, I shouldn't have invaded your space. If you get your right arm and put it all the way out the window from your shoulder, and have your hand in a vertical position. That's to turn right. Right, you need to have your hand in a vertical position. That's horizontal at the moment. Have your palm facing forwards. Okay, that's important, because if it was flat, people wouldn't see it so much. So if it's vertical, people behind would be able to see it. And then hold it there for a few seconds and then bring it in. Okay, so for turning left, you would, again, with your left hand on the steering wheel, check your mirror to check there's no passing vehicles or pedestrians, your right mirror, and then put your arm out, your right arm out, palm facing up, palm facing forwards again, and do a forward circular motion from your shoulder forwards towards the front of the car.
I was a bit confused with that.
Towards the direction, towards the front of the car. The other way, anti-clockwise. You need to go the other way, Tony, upwards, then down. Backwards. How can I stop you doing it? Towards the front of the car.
The car's going that way, isn't it?
Yeah, the car's going forwards.
Oh, you mean in the direction that the car's going?
In the direction that the car's going.
Oh, I don't.
I thought if I'd say that, I was saying we were turning left, so you'd think, right, okay, that's it, brilliant. For about 3 seconds. And then to slow down, what you would do is, again, with holding on with your left hand, check your right mirror for pedestrians, anyone close to the car, and then put your arm out with your hand horizontal and wave from the shoulder up and down. From the shoulder, Tony. Use your whole arm from the shoulder. That's it. For about 3 seconds, and then bring it in again. Okay? The reason for arm signals is if there's a hazard ahead and it's not obvious to you that the people coming towards you or behind have not seen it, an added arm signal will often help them alert them to the situation. Okay? Yeah, that's good.
Should I put my window up now?
Yeah, put your window up because it's quite cold. That was a long briefing. Right, when you're ready, Tony, if we've done all this setup, haven't we?
I'm doing it now.
I thought we'd already done it. I thought I checked your mirrors and that. Was it earlier? Right, what can you see in the centre mirror, Tony?
Finished just yeah.
What
I
can
can
you
see the
see?
headlining, a bit of my head restraint. I can see my left ear, a bit of your head restraint. I
Okay,
can square the whole back window.
good. And in the left mirror?
Not very much. I can see about 2 finger widths to the car.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a bit of sky at the top and the horizon in the middle.
Okay, good. And in the right mirror?
The same.
Okay, brilliant. So when you're ready, Tony, if you'd like to move off.
Right at the end, please.
Okay, we're going to turn right at the end. Tony, we're going to turn right, cancel that indicator, and push it upwards towards the direction the steering wheel's going to go in. We need to make sure that we get the correct indicator on because we could confuse traffic from either directions behind and pedestrians. So when the steering wheel's going right, the indicator lever goes up. When the steering wheel's turning left, you follow the direction of the steering wheel and the steering indicator goes down.
Oh, right, sorry.
No problem. Like I said a minute ago, pedestrians can cross wherever the hell they like. So the first thing that we do when we see a pedestrian crossing the road is check our centre mirror, checking for the distance and speed of the car behind, to assess whether we've got enough time to brake. Or if we brake early, we give that car behind us the extra bit of time to. And we're going to turn left. So which way are we going to do the indicator lever?
I'm going to be steering that way, so it's going to be down then.
Okay, good.
It's confusing, isn't it?
It is confusing. It will come with time.
No, I mean it's confusing if I give the wrong signal.
Oh yeah, it's confusing. If you give the wrong signal, somebody could be turning into that road and think you're turning left if you were meaning to turn right, and you could end up colliding. Right, there was no need to indicate there, Tony. Who would have benefited from that indicator?
Anybody?
Okay, well, personally I don't think you should have indicated there because it was directions of the road. You had priority to go through there. Right, don't indicate here, Tony, either. Just use your car as a good indicator of what you intend to do. Why might it be confusing if you were to indicate right round this car?
I thought it'd be very helpful.
Okay, well, people might think that you're going to turn down this road.
Oh, I never thought of that.
And if they thought you might be turning down that road, they could have actually stopped to give way to you.
Yeah.
make sure that we don't confuse other road users or pedestrians.
And turning right.
And we're going to turn right. So if you signal now, Tony, it's good.
Is that a signal?
Right, we need to make sure people do like to flash to let you through, but we need to make sure that what their flash was intended for us.
Oh, right. So I can flash people as well,
No,
can I?
you should never flash people. But people do tend to flash, so you need to make sure that was intended for you, and that you can see that they're definitely stopping to let you go. You should never just take it as read that they meant for you to go, because of course a collision. And we're going to turn left. Good, I'm happy you understand in the direction of your indicators now. So if I just leave that with you, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I don't know about the hanger down there. I've never heard it explained that way before.
Good. With that guy there, some people could have waved him across. Do you think we should wave pedestrians across ever?
I would do, but I don't know him.
Okay, well, you should never invite a pedestrian to cross the road by flashing or beckoning them with your hand, because we can't control what the other traffic's going to do. So you may think I'm letting him cross, but then somebody could come whizzing around the corner or down the other side of the road and not know that you've beckoned him across, and
I get you.
it could cause an accident.
Yeah.
So what have we got ahead of us here? What are these lights, what I said?
I can see it.
Zebra crossing is there, the lights. So what the first thing we need to do when we come up to another one,
What lights? I didn't see any lights.
there was yellow flashing lights on top.
Oh, I didn't see them, sorry.
Okay, that's how we identify a zebra crossing. So the next time that we see one of those, the first thing that we'll do is check that mirror for the speed and distance of the car behind us, and then scan to see if there's any pedestrians waiting to cross.
Yeah, they seem to come up very suddenly, don't they?
They do. We need to be looking as far down the road as we can see.
I didn't see it.
It was my fault, I was talking to you about something else. We can see some lights coming up ahead. And they are pedestrian because they've got a little box on the side, a little red box.
That's a junction, isn't
It is a junction, but it's got a pedestrian element as well.
it? Oh, right.
So the traffic lights have also got a button that the pedestrians can cross. And we've got zigzag, no, we haven't got zigzag lines. Yeah, so it's a traffic lights with pedestrian element as well. With these kind of traffic lights or pedestrian crossings, I mentioned in the brief, but sometimes children know that it's a crossing is where you're supposed to cross the road, but could be excited coming out of a sweet shop, whatever, and you have to be aware of those because they could just run across even though it's not got the green light for them. So whatever pedestrian crossing you come up to, you need to keep an eye out for any pedestrians that you think might dart across there. See coming up ahead, Tony?
Telegraph pole.
Okay, a few down, a little bit further down the road.
Another telegraph pole.
And a little bit further down.
Another telegraph pole.
Alright, we've got zebra crossing here. It's got the yellow flashing lights. You need to check your mirror.
Right, yeah.
You need to check your mirror and scan.
Alright.
So we need to be looking out for those poles, those black and white striped poles with the yellow lights on the top.
Oh, right. Not telegraph poles.
It's not telegraph poles. Can you imagine if every telegraph pole was a crossing?
Yeah.
So looking right down that road as far as we can see, what can you see?
I can see them flashing beacons.
Okay, so when we approach it, what's the first thing that we do?
Yeah, check my mirror.
Go on then, Tony. Check your interior mirror. Check it, Tony.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
For the speed and distance of the
Yeah.
car behind. And scan.
Oh, right,
No, you don't need to stop. Keep going, there's no one there.
yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah, so you just cover the brake or ease off the gas a little bit. Ease off the gas. Scan, ease off the gas, and then continue on your way. Don't
You
need to
always need
stop.
to ease off the gas.
We were going quite slow then. I would say so. Along here, sometimes you could get a school patrol, lollipop lady.
Right in the roundabout, 180 degrees, back down the other side.
We're going to turn right at the roundabout, all the way back and come back the opposite direction. So if we were to meet a lollipop lady during school hours, we'd do the same thing, check our mirror.
Well, where I live, we have a lollipop man.
Oh yeah, okay, a lollipop man. A lollipop person. When we're coming off the roundabout, Tony,
Yeah.
we need to indicate just past the, or level with the exit before the one we want to take.
All right.
So we should have done a left signal there.
Sorry.
Okay. No, you don't need to take it off.
You just told me I need to indicate.
Yeah, that was a small, on a mini roundabout, and we were going straight on there. What might have happened there? There was a turning on the left. Do you remember what I said to you earlier about if you indicate when it's not necessary, what might happen?
Very easy to confuse people.
Okay, what have we got here?
Up crossing.
Check your central mirror. Scan. Good. Yeah, on a mini roundabout, we don't need to do a signal because they're so small. By the time we get to do a signal, our car's already in the direction or the road that we want to take. There was a turning on the left there, so you could have confused other road users or pedestrians. So what can you see on the horizon ahead?
Roundabout. Oh, and beacons. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So what is that?
That's a controlled crossing, isn't it?
It's uncontrolled.
Uncontrolled, sorry.
Okay. It's a zebra. So what's the first